I am Seidoa Linus Eyemia. I'm a professional artist. I'm a curator as well. But I'm more of the artist now. I studied painting in school, and I paint, and my works actually talk about the contemporary Lagos life, especially as it relates to transportation and the downfall you find around Lagos. I'm trying to tell the downfall story in a new way, in a better way from what I think people have been saying, and I'm trying to create a new sense of understanding or appreciation for this popular culture we all live with in Lagos. So that's why I paint today, and that is what my works basically talk about: Lagos and Lagos downfall. Like so many artists before me would say, like when I was a child, I loved drawing. I used to draw everywhere, and yes, I'm one of them. I did that. I drew a lot on the floor, on the walls. I did a lot of paintings, and I was very fortunate to have a very wonderful father who was always providing art materials for me. So I had the opportunity to explore as much as I could as a child, and I created a lot. Then just having fun. Basically, children who studied art or didn't, they are all doing the same thing. It's just part of a stage of growth for a lot of us who have that part of creativity very high in us. So that was how maybe it started. I grew for so many years. I lost my dad quite early, so I didn't have all the full encouragement, but I still loved this thing. When I got to SS2 or SS3, yeah, it wasn't clear what I wanted to do. Like, I wasn't sure at all. Was it going to be art? Was it going to be this? I also love history. Like, I love history a lot. And I was thinking I was going to be an historian. I was saying it that day, I would be an historian. But later, I loved art again. So it was revolving around the two, and eventually I felt like, man, this is me, this is what I like doing, this thing gives me joy, let me do it. So I wasn't fortunate to be in a school that was teaching art at that time, so I have to go to a different school to meet the art teacher. So I was going to his place every evening to learn from him. Like, I took classes, and I wrote it in my WAEC, I wrote it in JAM, and I gained admission into art school. But something happened within the period of my SS classes, or the decision-making time. One of the things that happened was I encountered a book that has a collection of a lot of portraits, and I loved the portraits, like beautiful paintings of so many people. And I was like, oh, I would like to do this too. So it reinforced my love for this thing, and I felt like, oh yeah, this is what I would do. And I decided pretty fast about it, and I got myself into art school, and yet today I am painting and I'm enjoying doing it because it gives me joy. That's the key thing. I wasn't too sure I was going to be painting today immediately, because when I left school I did not start like right away. I didn't start painting, I didn't start creating artworks right away, but I was studying art. I was creating some kind of stuff like I paint. I have paintings I did within that period. Like all the time you find yourself painting, or people knew will say, help me do this, I want to do a portrait. I did all of that, but I was not very sure this is the thing I want to do. I wasn't sure because from the system of the schools to what I was seeing in the industry, I was a bit scared if there was a need to practice, because I wanted to do something different from what many people are doing, and I saw so many people doing relatively the same thing, and probably this is what the galleries want, this is what the people want to see, but this is not what I want to do. And since what I want to do is not what everybody's doing, I was a bit reluctant. Like I wasn't painting as such, because then it wasn't going to be what I'm creating now. But I knew I didn't want to do what the majority were doing, so it was a bit difficult to decide if I was going to just be creating the works. I want to tell my story like the cavemen did. They were telling their stories on the walls of the caves like the Egyptian did. So I felt like I want to do my thing, and I really wanted people to see my thing, so I needed to be sure. I dream about some of the concepts I paint, so I really wanted to give myself, if you see my work, it should be telling you something about me. So all of that were the reasons why I was going through a lot of challenges of should I paint, should I not paint. But eventually I saw one young Nigerian man. He's not really young per se, he's older than me, and he was doing something different from what everybody was doing. I was like, this is Nigerian, I love this work. I felt the work was real to him. His name is Bob Nusa. So I was like, I want to be like this person. I sent him a message on Facebook, like, I love your work, like, they're fantastic, this is unique, this is different. I felt this guy was sincere to himself, and eventually we met. I told him I loved what he was doing, and when I saw what he was doing and he spoke with me, I thought he read the same book. He said he didn't read any book, but he has had the conviction in him right from time. So after speaking to him, we became friends, we started talking. I had this encouragement, like the motivation to, yes, you go do your own thing, don't care about the crowd, close your ear from them, do your thing, and they will come. And well, we thank God today we're painting and people are enjoying the works today. One thing was you need to get materials, and you need to have funds to get your materials. So it was whatever I was doing that was giving me money, like not whatever. I used to do graphic design.